Alright, so I just got done installing my first exterior, you could say modification. I installed these wind guards, or whatever you want to call them. Got them off Amazon for like 30 bucks. What this will allow me to do is crack my window open and not let any rain in, or if I want to plug into a campsite, I can just have my window cracked and have the cable run through there. But yeah, looks good. Give it a little bit more styling and functionality. So check that off the list. Alright, so the other big item I'm going to be doing today is getting started on the insulation for the van. So these are the tools I'm going to need. I decided to go with the Thinsulate product from 3M for a couple of reasons. For its acoustical properties and insulating properties. I think fairly good R value, and this stuff is moisture wicking or water resistant, and also fire resistant, so both very good things you want in a van version. The tools I'll be using is measuring tape, measuring out all these little tiny crevices in the ceiling, some industrial shears like this Milwaukee scissor with an offset handle, makes it way easier to cut, and I'm going to be adhering it to the walls using 3M high strength 90. So not sponsored by 3M, but I wish I was. So I'll show you guys what this looks like after I'm done. Forgot to add, you're probably going to want some of these interior trim removal tools. This one is super handy for getting out these types of fasteners. You just kind of see it. Throw it in there, and then you squeeze it, and then you pull this out, and that thing comes off. So super handy. And then this stuff, you'll be able to just pry the interior pieces off by going in there somehow. But that should be much easier than trying to use a screwdriver and damaging all that stuff if you plan to keep it. Got all the screws out. They should come off nice and easy now. Looks like there might be one more right down there that I need to get to, but fairly easy. We'll need to peel back this, looks like a water barrier, and get the sound deadening kill mat in there and the Thinsulate. Should be good. So that now that this panel is off, we can go ahead and start pulling away this water barrier here and get our Thinsulate and sound deadening inside there. You want to be careful not to conflict with any of the mechanics of the door, so you don't have any issues down the road with your door opening and closing. So keep that in mind. First cut of the Thinsulation complete. It's gonna go right there. All right, check it out, guys. Almost OEM. Should have came like this from the factory. Let's get this thing back on and we'll be done. So we got this thing back in. You want to take your interior clip here, have it halfway out, and then push it in without pushing this guy in, or else that'll prevent you from pushing it in, and then you get to do the fun part of just pushing these all back in. All right, super satisfying. Okay, and cool. So this is why cutting insulation takes so long. You have all these pieces that kind of stick in and out inside these crevices, so you gotta kind of cut around all that. It takes a long time, but when you do it correctly, you're able to kind of get insulation in and have a continuous seam to the other one, so you don't have any bare metal void of any insulation. So do it right the first time, and then you won't have to worry down the road when you're freezing your butt off. All right, so next thing we're going to try and tackle is removing this panel here. We're going to need to use one of these interior trim tools, because this thing does not have any screws or clips visible from the outside, so we're going to have to use a pry tool. This thing's probably held on by some clips right underneath here, and I think this guy, or maybe this one, will work. So let's give it a try. Insulation's finally done. Here we go. Check it out. Left this spout out for the max air fan, so I'll have to come back and do that a little bit later. But next on the list is the flooring, so that's what I'm going to tackle probably tomorrow. Show you guys the process as well.